Cat D6 versus Case 2051, Spec decides the winner. On paper, the Cat D6 and the Case 2050M look like they could be twins. They're both heavy hitters in the medium dozer class, built to move mountains and reshape the ground we build on. Both machines rock around 215 horsepower. They both tip the scales in the same weight class. If you just glanced at a spec sheet, you'd think the only choice is picking your favorite paint color. But you'd be dead wrong. One of these machines has a secret weapon buried deep in its powertrain. It's a fundamental difference in engineering that creates a massive advantage on the job site. Today, we're doing the ultimate data-driven comparison to uncover a surprising performance edge, one you can feel in the operator's seat and see on your bottom line. By the end of this, you'll know which machine really rules and why one single spec changes everything. Section 1. The tale of the tape. All right, let's get the pre-fight weigh-in out of the way. When you put the modern Cat D6 up against the Case 2050M, it's an incredibly tight match. The Cat D6, with its C9.3B engine, puts a solid 215 net horsepower on the board. The Case 2050M comes right back with 214 net horsepower from its own FPT engine. It's a statistical dead heat. What about weight? Weight means traction, and traction means pushing power. The standard Cat D6 has an operating weight of about 48,788 pounds. The Case 2050M weighs in around 45,414 pounds, though this can change depending on options like rippers. So while the Cat is a bit beefier in its standard setup, they are definitely in the same fighting class. Blade capacities are also neck and neck, with both offering a whole menu of options for everything from bulk pushing to fine grading. If we stopped right here, this would be the shortest comparison video ever. You could just flip a coin. But the real story, the one that operators and fleet managers actually care about, isn't in these headline numbers. It's in how these machines get that power to the ground, and it all comes down to the transmission. Section 2, the core argument, the transmission showdown. This is where the fight is won or lost. These two dozers are built on two completely different philosophies for getting power to the tracks, and that difference defines their personality, their efficiency, and what they're truly good at. First, the Caterpillar D6. It's armed with a fully automatic 4-speed Powershift transmission. Picture the smartest automatic transmission in a heavy-duty truck, but beefed up for the brutal life of a job site. The key word is automatic. The operator just picks a target speed, and the dozer's brain handles the rest. It's constantly reading the load on the blade, the grade you're on, and a dozen other things to pick the perfect gear for raw power and fuel efficiency. When you're in a heavy push, the transmission makes sure there's no hesitation as it shifts, keeping that wall of dirt moving without losing momentum. Cat claims this system delivers up to 20% better fuel efficiency than their older 3-speed models, which is a huge deal when you're burning diesel 12 hours a day. This power shift is engineered for one thing: sustained, efficient, heavy-duty pushing. Now let's jump over to the Case 2050M. It runs a dual-path hydrostatic transmission. Instead of gears, it uses hydraulic pumps and fluid to move. The best way to think about it is like a dimmer switch for a light bulb. A power shift clicks between gears, but a hydrostatic system gives you a perfectly smooth, seamless, and infinite range of speeds. This gives the operator an insane level of precision. You can make tiny, microscopic speed adjustments without any gear shifts, which is an absolute game changer for fine grading. And because each track is on its own independent hydraulic loop, the 2050M can counter-rotate. Basically, spin in place on a dime. This gives it incredible agility in tight spots. So here's the clash. The Cat D6's power shift is a master of brute force and efficiency for long, tough pushes. It's built to win the production war. The Case 2050M's hydrostatic drive is the master of finesse and agility, giving the operator surgical control. The winner isn't obvious. It all depends on the mission. Section 3, the proving grounds, real-world performance. Specs are one thing, but how does this all work on a real job site? Let's throw these machines into two different scenarios that will show off the strengths of each transmission. First up, the bulk push. Imagine a massive earth-moving project. The job is to move thousands of cubic yards of dirt from one side of the site to the other. This is a fight of endurance, raw power, and fuel economy. Here, the Cat D6 is king. As the operator drops the blade and starts pushing, that 4-speed automatic transmission gets to work. It finds the sweet spot between power and RPMs, and it holds on to momentum with seamless shifts as the load gets heavier. There's no lag, no pause, just a constant, relentless flow of power to the tracks. The operator can just focus on steering and blade depth while the machine optimizes itself. This is where that 20% fuel efficiency improvement really pays off, translating directly into a lower cost for every yard of dirt you move. The D6 is a production powerhouse, a marathon runner that just doesn't quit. Now let's switch gears completely. Welcome to the finished grade. We're on a commercial site, getting the final pad ready for a building foundation. The tolerance is tight, plus or minus half an inch. Every single movement counts. This is where the Case 2050M takes the spotlight. The operator needs to make tiny, precise adjustments, creeping forward and back to match the grade stakes perfectly. The hydrostatic transmission makes this feel completely natural, almost like the machine is an extension of the operator's own body. That infinitely variable speed control allows for delicate movements that are much tougher with a geared transmission. If the operator has to work around a manhole or a foundation pier, the ability to counter-rotate the tracks is a huge time saver, letting the dozer pivot in its own footprint without wrecking the surrounding grade. In this world of surgical precision, the instant, smooth response of the hydrostatic drive is the ultimate weapon. Section 4, in the operator's seat. For the men and women spending their days in these machines, the cab is their office. The feel of the controls is just as critical as the horsepower. Climb into the Cat D6, and you're hit with a sense of powerful automation. The cab is quiet with great visibility, and the big touchscreen gives you all the data you need. But the real story is the tech. The transmission is making the big efficiency decisions for you, letting you focus on the work. Plus, you have an arsenal of tools like Cat Grade with Slope Assist, which automatically holds the blade position for you. The D6 feels like a smart, powerful partner. You tell it the goal, and it figures out the most efficient way to get it done, reducing fatigue and making even a new operator productive. Now hop into the Case 2050M. Case also nails operator comfort with a roomy, high-visibility cab. But the feeling here is different. It's all about direct connection and control. The dual-path hydrostatic controls give the operator a one-to-one feel for the dozer's power. You can actually dial in the steering and shuttle sensitivity to match your personal style, from smooth and slow to quick and aggressive. This customization makes the machine feel incredibly responsive. Operators often say hydrostatic dozers are more controllable, giving them the confidence to do the most delicate work. It's all about that immediate, tactile feedback from the drive system. The verdict. So after digging through the specs, comparing the engineering, and running them on our imaginary proving grounds, which dozer is the winner? Like we said at the start, it all comes down to one thing: the transmission. And because of that, there isn't one winner. There are two, each a champion in a different kind of fight. For pure, high-volume production earthmoving and achieving the absolute lowest cost per yard, the winner is the Caterpillar D6. Its fully automatic 4-speed Powershift transmission is an engineering marvel of efficiency. It is relentlessly designed to turn horsepower into forward momentum with as little fuel as possible. For massive site development, road building, or any job where moving the most dirt wins the day, the D6 is the undisputed champ. However, for finish grading, working in tight spaces, and any job demanding ultimate precision and agility, the winner is the Case 2050M. Its hydrostatic transmission gives you a level of control and instant response that a geared transmission just can't replicate. For the operator who needs to feel every tiny movement and place the blade with surgical accuracy, the 2050M is the clear choice. It's the artist's tool, a master of finesse. Conclusion. So the real question isn't about which dozer is better, but which one is better for your job. It all comes back to the worksite. Are you in a massive dirt-moving war where every gallon of fuel is on the line? Or are you in a game of inches where precision is king? I want to know what you think. Which one of these would you rather spend a 12-hour shift in? Drop a comment below and let me know. Let's see if we have more production pushers or fine grading artists out there. Thanks for watching. If you found this showdown helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you on the next one.